Uh, the shipyard has touched a new benchmark by achieving the highest ever value of production as well as profits since its inception in 1957. In this year, the company has achieved a value of production of 990 crores of rupees and a net profit of 176 crores as against 866 and 131 crores respectively, which we did last year. We have continued to show all-round improvement in all our operations and have performed well on all fronts. Consequently, the company has declared a dividend of 122% against a dividend of 90% last year. In terms of the parameters which are laid down by the Government of India for the Memorandum of Understanding for the year, we expect to achieve an excellent rating again this year. The Indian shipbuilding industry consists of both public and private shipyards, and the public shipyards have principally focused on warship construction. However, with the government new policy of permitting the private shipbuilders to also look at warship construction, we are beginning to have increased competition in this field. However, we continue to make efforts to secure orders both in India and abroad as a consequence of our efficiencies in build as well as in our R&D efforts. This revolves around our basic product range of patrol vessels up to 105 meters. As of date, we can cover and design and make ships of any type between 30 meters to 105 meters. We also participate in various exhibitions and seminars abroad and also interact with the governments of various countries to pursue our business interests. During the year, the company delivered the second in-house designed and built 90-meter offshore patrol vessel to the Indian Coast Guard. This was commissioned by the Honorable Raksha Rajya Mantri, Shri M. Pallam Raju, on the 11th of December 2010. And we launched 105-meter naval offshore patrol vessel and one sailing training ship for the Indian Navy. We expect to deliver the ship shortly. We also delivered 23 5-ton and 28-ton, 28 numbers, 12-ton GRP interceptor boats for the State Coastal Security Police of the Western Coastal States. And with these deliveries, we have completed the order from the Ministry of Home Affairs well in time. In addition, we have also delivered a 5-ton boat to the Sardar Sarovar Narmada Nigam Tourism Department of Gujarat, particularly for security patrol duties. We have secured a repeat order from the Indian Navy for the construction of its second damage control simulator at Kochi. This is underway and we will execute it and deliver it in time. We also received an order from the Royal Navy of Oman, Ministry of Defense, the Sultanate of Oman, for the training of their personnel in CPP stern gear system. This has been a first foray into the field of training in specialized areas. Further, the contract for the construction and supply of 5 pontoons for the Indian Navy for its new aircraft carrier Vikramaditya has been signed by the company to the Director General of Naval Projects, Mumbai, on 29th of June. The company will also build 6 advanced offshore patrol vessels for the Coast Guard. You were just given a snapshot view of our modernization program, Phase 1 and Phase 2 which have been completed, and Phase 3 and Phase 4 which we will commence shortly. With the commissioning of the ship lift and transfer system, the shipyard has built a capacity not only to deliver ships new ships, but also to undertake and develop its ship repair capabilities. The preparatory work for the phase 3 and 4 of the modernization plan is well underway, and we expect to start work in this financial year. Once fully implemented, we expect that our shipbuilding capacity will almost triple. Not only will we be able to build steel vessels, but it will also enhance our ability to build aluminium and GRP vessels. The company's general engineering projects, that is the construction of the DCS at Kochi and the shore-based test facility for the aeronautical development establishment at Bangalore, is progressing well. This facility for the shore-based test facility will be used for the testing of the new LCA as well as for the MiG-29 training for the Indian Navy. We are bidding for DCS work, that is damage control simulator, and for some additional boats for foreign navy. We continue to carry out research and development for the development of our product range, both going beyond 105 meters and going below 30-meter range, so that we will have a complete portfolio of vessels available to us. We have given an impetus to this research and design so that we can make fuel efficient and stealth class of vessels for the Indian Navy and the Indian Coast Guard. The 2 in number design 105-meter advanced offshore patrol vessels which we commissioned in the service of the Coast Guard not only have delivered the performance, but we understand that they have delivered beyond the performance. They came into extremely good utility in the recent oil spill of Mumbai. Even the 90-meter vessels that we provided for the Coast Guard have taken long voyages across the seas and have carried the name of Indian shipbuilding to other countries. As part of our ongoing R&D activities, we expect that we should perhaps by the end of the year have a good design for a 115-meter vessel and a 75-meter vessel available. Some new design features we also intend to build into our vessels, things like a bulbous bow, which give greater fuel economies and which are sometimes preferred by our customers. The company continues to comply with the Department of Public Enterprises, Government of India guidelines on corporate governance for the CPSCs 2010. Our industrial relations were cordial and harmonious, and the yard continued to work peacefully throughout the year. The multi-unions and associations continued within the company, and the participated fora are working effectively. This has principally been possible by a constant and consistent dialogue and the assistance of the associations and the unions. With its core business interests in shipbuilding, ship repairs, and general engineering services, the company has constantly strived to meaningfully blend its social responsibilities with business competitiveness and play an important role for social development and improvement on the quality of life of the community. The CSR initiatives taken by the company are aimed at making Goa Shipyard an integral part of Goa's society. A memorandum of agreement has been signed with Tata Institute of Social Sciences, and they have conducted a baseline survey and need assessment for implementation of corporate social responsibility projects by Goa Shipyard. The projects under this scheme have been identified for execution, and through specialized agencies and NGOs, we expect to undertake this in the coming year. In conclusion, I must thank the central and state government, the Indian Navy and the Indian Coast Guard authorities, as well as the shareholders for the trust they have reposed in us. I would like to place on record a thanks and appreciation for the assistance, cooperation and guidance received by the company from various ministries of the Government of India, especially the Ministry of Defence, Department of Defence Production, the Integrated Headquarters Navy, Ministry of Defence, the Indian Coast Guard Organization, the Comptroller and Auditor General of India, the Controller of Defence Accounts Navy, Government of Goa, the Mamuga Port Trust, the Flag Officer commanding Goa area and Naval Aviation, and the various associations and unions, and look forward to their continued support in the future. I acknowledge with gratitude the continued patronage and support received from the company's clients. I also thank the classification authorities, the company's bankers and auditors for their help and cooperation. Last but not the least, I acknowledge the dedication and sincere efforts put in by the employees of the company to achieve this goal. Nothing would have happened without their cooperation and work. I would also like to thank my colleagues on the board for their support and cooperation and guidance. Thank you for your kind attention. Jai Hind. This gives us an enhanced capacity, and the levels of outsourcing would be in ratio to the type of work that we have. Outsourcing is a part of shipbuilding activity, and this would actually continue at the levels that we are currently doing. There are very specialized areas where we will continue to work, and these will of course not be outsourced, and we will develop new skills and new technologies where we will train our own personnel for working.
What's the percentage of outsourcing?
We did about 30 crores.
Around 30 to 40%.
30 to 40 crores is what we did last year in a total production value of approximately 990 crores.
Actually, apart from Oman, which are the other foreign markets you're looking at?
We are looking at the complete Middle East. We are looking at East and West Africa. We are looking at Southeast Asia.
Sir, you mentioned about Government of India's new policy of allowing private shipbuilders to build warships. What is that earlier policy and what is the new policy? Can you put some light?
The earlier policy required that all warships would be built by the public shipyards. The private industry has built new shipyards, and there appears to be a surfeit of shipbuilding capacity in the country. So the government is encouraging the building of warships by private industry, and so they have opened up certain aspects of shipbuilding, warship building, not all warship building, to private industry.
Is there any secrecy for technical secrecy of warships?
I'm sure there will be. This will be between the government of India and that shipyard. Whenever any private industry enters into an area which requires it to make or have state secrets, it is required to enter into an agreement with the government regarding the documentation and the knowledge which it is gaining from the government for retention and protection of that secrets.
How many such private shipyards there is?
Currently there are 3 or 4 shipyards who are competing for these orders.
As compared to other shipyards in the nation, private or public, where does Goa shipyard stand in terms of production and capacity?
See, in warship construction, Mazagon Docks has got the largest production capability, followed by GRSE, and we are very close behind. GRSE production value this year was around 1100 crores, and we had about 990 crores, so there's not much of a difference. And thereafter, Hindustan Shipyard. None of the other shipyards have built any warships to date, so it's only time will tell about the ability of any other shipyards, how well they build, or how many ships they build, or what quality they build. So at this point of time, I am not in a position to make any comment on that. Once our modernization plan is completed, we should be able to, we are doing about 1,000 crores of production today. we should be able to maybe 3 to 4,000 crores worth of production we should be able to do in a year.
Sir, as we were grappling with one economic recession and thought that country was doing well comparatively, we are again facing another likely recessionary trend. How you see the scene and how it will affect this kind of situation?
The Indian Navy, between the Indian Navy and the Coast Guard, they will have approximately 350 ships. These ships will need to be replaced. These ships will need to be built. These ships will, say, by in the next 15 years or so, they will have about 350 ships, maybe 15, 20 years. The ships are to be built, they are to be replaced, they are to be repaired. So we, because of our inherent strengths of design and shipbuilding skills, we are very well placed to be able to cater for a very niche segment in which we are specialized and practically unbeatable.
You spoke about Oman when you asked about Oman. You also spoke about you look at Middle East, East, West Africa, and Southeast Africa. What exactly you are actually planning facilities for there?
See, this is the first time that because we are competing in a project over there, consequent to our various presentations and interactions, they entrusted us with the training of their naval personnel in CPP systems. And we are looking at continuing this sort of training in other areas of ship repair and operation. It is a new line of business for us.
These nations also expect them to have a tie with you for this training facilities.
Wherever we will make a foray for shipbuilding, we of course we will also look to train the personnel in the ships that we build for them.
Any questions, please?
As far as these vessels are concerned for marine petroleum, how many more vessels? What is the order?
We have built 116, all finished and done, all for the West Coast. We are looking to the Government of India in case they come out with another phase. Then perhaps we may build a few more.
You also have maintenance contract.
Yes, we have an EMC with them for their maintenance all along the West Coast, which is in place. And we are looking to expand this line of business of maintaining our boats, not only their boats, but boats of other customers also.
No additional orders have come.
Nothing as yet. We are always hopeful that something is in the pipeline.
There were some issues with your boats, actually. There were some press reports that Mumbai some issues with those boats which were delivered.
Unfortunately, the issue was with the press, not with the boats.
Do your modernization plans include acquisition of more land in Goa?
Not this modernization plan that we are doing. As you would have seen from the little clipping that we had, we have the sea in front and two hills on either side and population behind us. So there's no way that we can acquire land contiguous to our own area, which is actually very essential for a shipyard. But yes, we will look to buy land inshore somewhere where we will set up additional facilities which are not exactly related to direct shipbuilding, where we can possibly house non-essential facilities.
So it will be beyond this expansion project, another phase.
Yes.
So you are not given your projections for this year.
For
For
what we will do in the current financial year. We expect to do approximately 800 odd crores of rupees worth of production in the current financial year.
So what would be the magnitude of this project? When you say non-essential facilities, you would like to provide, what kind of scale of the project?
It's in a very nascent stage, things like maybe warehousing, which takes up more space, it doesn't require too many people, maybe some cutting facilities,
Typically, it reduces the stress on the present
Yes,
infrastructure.
yes. Retain the present infrastructure fundamentally for high-end shipbuilding and take the low-end activity which requires more space offshore.
So since you are getting orders from other countries also, will you make your physical presence there also, or all those ships will be built here and then taken?
Absolutely.
There is no issue of making your physical.
No. We are not yet looking at setting up a shipyard in that country.
You had some ongoing project with this Bangalore,
ADA, ADA.
what is the
We expect that by September, October of next year we'll complete it.
it's a training kind of?
It mimics the deck of Vikramaditya. So, an aircraft, a pilot is trained to take off and land ashore before he goes to sea. It serves two purposes. One is you prove the aircraft. You'd be aware that the LCA program has got a naval variant. So the naval variant has also got to be developed and has got to be proved. So it's very expensive to prove it at sea. So this shore-based test facility will be a great assistance to our research and development wing of the government to prove this aircraft for the Navy. And secondly, it will train the pilots before they go to sea. In the past, we used to train our pilots at sea. So one, there was great risk and there was great expense. Now with this facility ashore, it will be a great economic saving to the government.
By September, October,
Next September, October, we will have completed the facility.
Please give the mic to
Could you elaborate on the stealth vessels for the Indian Navy that you are planning? Could you give us a timeline for that?
Ma'am, we are building 4 offshore patrol vessels for the Indian Navy. These have got certain stealth features in it. The first of them we expect to deliver by October, November of next year, and thereafter one every 6 months. In addition, we are in the process of designing smaller stealth vessels for the Navy, which the Navy has sent out a proposal asking for some proposals to do. So this is again in a very nascent stage, and we expect that this will be finalized in about 2 to 3 years' time.